Bladed Articles.
Hello and welcome back to Bladed Articles. Just a brief mention throughout this video, it is rather bloody windy where I am, so the roof might come off of where I am, but don't worry, I will still record because I'm a trooper like that. So today for you guys I have got a Ka-Bar USSF, and to be more precise it is the, when it focuses, the Corsa. There we go, and that is the model number there as well. So just a brief overview of the box. You have got obviously Ka-Bar coming off the front here, kind of like it's in warp speed. I quite like that. You know, I dig science fiction, so it's right up my street. And onto the back you have got obviously baby blue matte. This is all cardboard, by the way. And you have got from roaming the stars to defending your own space. Our USSF products have universal appeal and will put you light years ahead of anything you may encounter. So to me that is Ka-Bar saying you can fight the aliens with this. You can fight the aliens with this. So I'm down for that. I will take on the aliens with this. I mean, there's probably better options out there. Maybe some nice laser guns or something. You know what I'm saying? But this may do for the time being. Maybe they're scared of blue. Maybe that's why they made it blue. So into the box you have a plastic kind of foamy baggie that it comes in, and you get your PPR, which has the limited lifetime warranty on there. So feel free to pause it and have a little look-see. We will be moving on, however, because you came here to see the knife. Right, let's move this crud out of the way. Here is the USSF Corsa. Ta-da! Obviously very scary to aliens, so any aliens watching this, you better beware, man. You better beware. Cool, now we got that out of the way. On to the first point, which is the cost. I purchased this for $38.99 from preppershop.co.uk. And it is available on Heine Haynes for $43.95, and I was only buying something off of Prepper's Shop, so that's why I purchased it there, but it just happened to be cheaper, which was pretty sweet. So on to the second point, which is the colour and scales, and as you can see it is a very bright blue. Kind of looks like, I've heard a few people saying that it's kind of kid toy like, which I do kind of agree. It does look like a toy, especially the fixed blade that they do as well. In photos it just looks odd, if I'm being honest, but it's got a Tanto and I love Tantos, and it's for fighting aliens, so I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna roll with it. So this is blue, and it is GFN. Well, of course it's blue, you nana. It's blue GFN, and you get that on both sides, show side and rear side. And to be honest, the grip is actually rather good on it. So if I just show you a close-up view, it is all bubbly bobbly, so it looks like somebody blowing bubbles in like milk, if you ever did that as a kid, or maybe that was just me. But anyway, bubbly bobbly on both sides, and you get quite decent grip. The pocket clip isn't actually got too much of a hot spot on there, to be fair. Sorry, I apologise. So it's just this little bit here that you can just about feel. However, it is kind of snug in the way on your rolls of your hand, so it's not too much of a problem. So you don't get a lanyard hole, I'm afraid. They didn't think you would want to carry a lanyard into space, which is probably a good idea because you're going to be wearing space gloves. You know, you don't want to be fucking about basically with a lanyard. You just want to have it in your hand the whole time with your space glove. You know what I'm saying? So also there is no jimping on here either. Absolutely nada. But it is, for the carry style, tip up, and it is right-handed at the moment, but you can reverse it to left-handed, which is always a lovely bonus because you're going to have lefties in space, you're going to have righties in space. So well thought out Ka-Bar, I must say. On to point number 4. It is the blade, and this is coming in. I wonder if it says it on here. No, it does not. Obviously I don't want to know what steel it is in space. This is, I've checked on numerous places is coming in at Oz 8A. So I've never used Oz 8A, and I've just been trying to have a look at what the difference is between Oz 8 and Oz 8A. So I think I've got it in the fact that Oz 8A is, so Oz 8 and Oz 8A are the same still. However, the Oz 8A I think is annealed. So that is what the A stands for. I mean, please do correct me if I am wrong, because I would really like to know. There's just quite a few conflicting opinions online that I can't quite find a definitive answer. So yeah, if you know, let us know in the comments below. And this blade is obviously Tanto, and it has been through cardboard, lots of cardboard, lots of tape, packaging, your usual stuff. We have had some food this week. We've had a little bit of rope and paracord, and I think that's about it. No wood this week, but the finish on the blade is something real weird. So apparently it is powder coated, and it looks thick as hell, and it has not scratched, dented, nothing. Literally nothing has impacted this finish, which I really like. So if that is indeed a nice thick powder coated finish, I may start doing that, or try get it done on a couple of my other knives. Anyway, on to point number 5, which is the centering. So let's have a look. That does look a little bit to the left for my liking. However, it is not rubbing on the sides, which is good. No blade rub. Not that it make too much of a... Oh no, it has got liners. Yeah, there you go. So it has got, I think, probably stainless steel on that. I'm pretty sure it is stainless steel liners. And it is, as you can also see, a lockback. So I'm not a big fan of the lockback, just purely because I can't do it too much one-handed unless you... it's going to close on my fingers unless I hold it like so, two-handed, close it all the time, whereas I end up kind of flicking it like that, and obviously not good. But that's why I tend to stick clear of lockbacks. That's just my personal preference, but just also letting you know it is a lockback too. And I do believe that is powder coated as well, as far as I can tell, along with the pocket clip too. So onto the length. Let's have a little looky, see how long this blade is. So from tip of the cutting edge all the way to the rear of the cutting edge, you're looking at just under 8 centimeters. I'm going to go for 7.7 on that. 7.7 on the cutting edge, and the overall, we'll try it this way. Overalls coming in at a nice and tasty 19 point, we'll go point to point, 19.7, 19.8. And the close length, it bit me. The close length is wobbly, 11 centimeters. I call that straight on 11 centimeters. So let us now have a look at the screw sizes. What should we go for? I reckon I'm gonna go for a T10. That looks a bit too large for a T8. Oh, that might even be bigger than a T10. Bear with me 2 seconds. So I have a T15 here. Let's see if that one fits. That's a lot better and a nice snug fit. So interestingly, it is a T15 on the pivot, and that is on just the one side. And we have got, I do believe, in there a plastic pin So I have yet to take this apart, so I reckon that just pushes out. I'm going to go for, if I take out all of these, it will just push out. That's what I'm going for, so don't hold me to that though. We'll put that, what's that, T15, that goes there, and we will have a look at the back. Is it a T6 or an 8? It is a 6, and another 6. And are these pockets? Yep, the pocket screws are 6s as well. All nice and snug in there. And a T6. Oh, on to the logos. So you get obviously the Ka-Bar USSF logo on there, and then you get on the rear here the model number, and the blade steel, I guess, is made in Taiwan. And that is all she wrote for the logos. So let's try a hair pop now. See if we've grown some hair from last week. Let's have a look. Yeah, baby. As you can see, she is still shaving sharp. So again, I do have to mention this is a week's worth of using it. So I'm quite impressed with the Oz 8A. So a lot of people have said it's quite close to 440 still, which I'm not too sure. I mean, 440 was a bit pants for me, but the Oz 8 seems to be doing a rather good job. So let's have a look at a size comparison quickly before you go. Apologies, I haven't got them out. I should have got them out for you. Here is a squid. Let's try and do it sort of pivot to pivot, just so you can see exactly how large this little puppy is. And here we have the G-slip. So it is even longer than a G-slip. And we will remove the squid, and we will replace it with a sheepdog. So that is quite a stubby knife, as you can see. So this is probably the longest by far that I have out. And just for reference, because everybody knows these that's watching, a Luna. So that is it in terms against a Luna. So again, lengthwise on the blade, you've got at least a 2-finger extra on there. No jokes, I know you were thinking it. And on the rear, you have got about a finger's worth on the scale. So overall, I am rather impressed with the Ka-Bar. It's kind of a novelty. I'm not going to lie. See if we can do this. There we go. It is kind of a novelty, but at the same time, you know, I fancy space stuff. I'm super into my sci-fi, so it's right up my street. And for 39 quid, I think it wasn't too much of a pun if it was shit. But it surprised me quite well, to be fair. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the lockback, but I can live with it. And it doesn't have a half stop, but because of that lockback, it's very nicely shuts close. And yeah, for 38 quid, I think it's worth a pun, especially if it's sort of, you know, up your street on the sci-fi side of things. But I'm not sure how long the edge retention is going to be. I'm guessing as much as the Oz 8 I already own is. So if it is, it's relatively easy to touch up and very highly what's the word, corrosion resistant. There we go. So, and it'll be interesting to know how long that coating lasts. Anyway, enough of my waffling. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.